Hi everybody, my name is Troy Allen and I will be talking to you today about Super Mario in a documentary. Let's get started. Woohoo! Alrighty, Shigeru Miyamoto, that name should sound familiar. That's the man himself. He's born in Sonobe in 1952. He worked for Nintendo and used his experience growing up to pretty much create Mario and Zelda. He made Nintendo what it is today. It's a little bit of history on that. And Nintendo, they were trying to break into the US arcade market and they were not doing good. And then a man named Minoru Araka pleaded with the CEO, Hiroshi Yamauchi, to create one last game before they pull everything out of Americas. And, he gave in, gave the job to Shigeru Miyamoto, who then created Donkey Kong in 1981. And that was a huge success, and that sparked it all. 1983 came around. Miyamoto developed the Mario Bros. First game that had Luigi. They were fighting weird creatures in New York City sewer systems. And then they created, in 1985, Super Mario Bros. For the home console NES. And this game is the most famous game they ever released, and I'm 100% sure that you have definitely seen it, you've heard of it, you've played it. It's the most famous game. And from that day forward, they've based everything around it. Home consoles, you have the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super NES in 1992. And then 1997, you got the N64, the 64-bit processor. That's the first one I have ever had. Then 2002, they stepped it up with the graphics with the GameCube. It had great titles. It didn't sell that many, but it was still a great console. And then 2006, they changed things up with the Wii. First game console that came out with motion controls and revolutionized everything. And then they came out with the Wii U, which wasn't quite a hit. It brought you a two-screen experience. You got the TV, and then you got the controller with the screen in it. And it's a touch screen. And with the confusing name and the lack of game titles for that, nobody really wants to spend all that money for it. But now things are different. Nintendo is pulling the old switcheroo. They're switching things up with the Nintendo Switch. This is pretty much a cross between home and portable console. So you have your tablet here and it's docked. It's a home console. You're playing your game on a controller like this. Your buddies come up, they're gonna go to the movies. You want to take your game with you. Pull the tablet out, you pull these Joy-Cons out, you slide them in and you're good to go. You got your portable consoles. You got Game & Watch in 1980s. It only had one game on it and it did great. And then you have all these portable consoles that came out after that. You got the Game Boy, and then they made it smaller because it was big and clunky. You got the Game Boy Pocket. Then they came out with a new system, Game Boy Color. Now you could play games in color. And then they came out with another system in 2001, the Game Boy Advance. And they redesigned it a few times. They redesigned it in 2003 as the SP and 2005 as the Micro. These are all the same console, but they're just different form factors. And then you got the Nintendo DS, a new portable game system. You got two screens here, bottom and top. You got the touch screen is the bottom screen. You have a little stylus, and things down here can affect things up here. You can manipulate the game. And then in 2006, they redesigned it as the Nintendo DS Lite. You got brighter screens, better speakers, better design, you got more comfortable buttons. And then they changed it up again in 2009 with the DSi. The difference here is pretty much a smart DS. Got your apps, you have your cameras, then they made it bigger. And then they have the 3DS, which is totally different from the DS's. You could play your games and have 3D capabilities up here without any glasses. And 3DS really, if you need, the XL, you really need that explained to you. And then you have Nintendo Switch. It's portable. And you got the hero's journey. Every story has a hero's journey. You got the ordinary world. You start off, nothing's wrong. It's just peachy. You got the Mushroom Kingdom. Princess Peach's castle is there. But Nintendo switches it up sometimes. Sometimes they go on a vacation to Delfino Island, or sometimes Mario ends up in space. And it's this part of the story that the protagonist is introduced. Mario. There he is. Mario. And then you have the secondary character, Peach. Call to adventure. This is what sparks the story. Got the bad guy coming in. Bowser. He kidnaps your lady. He destroys your home, leaves the kingdom in shambles. Now Mario must go on an adventure to save her. Got the wise being, the helper. The one that gives you helpful advice along the way. Usually it's Toad, but you know what? It changes from game to game now. Super Mario Sunshine, it's this water pump named Flood. In the new game coming out, Super Mario Odyssey, it's his hat. So now you have crossing the threshold. Mario must face obstacles in his way. He has to go through challenges. He has puzzles, enemies, mini-bosses, levels, worlds. He has to overcome all of this. And he has power-ups. He gets stronger. You get the famous Super Mushroom, turns small Mario to big Mario. Everybody knows that noise. You got the 1-Up Mushroom. It's an extra life. So if you die, you don't have to start all over. Then you got the Fire Flower. This is from Super Mario Bros. Turns Mario into Fire Mario. Shoots fireballs out of his hands. It's pretty cool. You got the Superstar. This is my favorite. This one, you have limited time of invincibility. Anything in your way cannot hurt you. And then, at the end of a level, if you get a star, it's a reward. And then, there's so many power-ups today. I could give you a 3-hour lecture on them. Nintendo is so creative. They're always coming out with new ideas, new power-ups. Then you have your allies. Who's going to help? Yoshi will. Dinosaur, dragon type creature. He's good at eating things and fluttering through the air. When things get a little bit too messy, too complicated, usually there's a Yoshi egg that Mario can break him out of and ride him.
I'm ready.
And you got your brother, Luigi. He is usually player 2. He usually comes around once in a while, helps you out a little bit. You made it this far. The last level. Bowser's Castle is the innermost cave. It's fiery, spooky, and it's the most challenging level right before the final fight. Now you have your supreme ordeal. This is the fight with Bowser. You use what you learned along the way. You defeat him. You seize the reward. You get Princess Peach back. And you fix the kingdom. And then you're resurrected with a kiss from the princess.
And it's all thanks to you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
Aww. Principles of Transmedia Storytelling. Got spreadability versus drillability. Spreadability is dispersal. How far can we go? Mario can go pretty far. You got the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, a TV show. You got characters showing up in Disney movies. This is Wreck-It Ralph. There's Bowser. They're sitting right there. And then Mickey Mouse has been around since 1920s, and Mario is more recognizable than Mickey Mouse today. Now you have drillability. How deep can we go with the story? Fans creating their own content? Yes, they are. They are creating their content on YouTube, blogs, and Nintendo encourages this. They have a game, Super Mario Maker. You could go and make your own levels for Super Mario Bros. And play it. Now we have continuity versus multiplicity. Continuity is their canon, it's their basic principles. This is what I was talking about earlier. You got the bad guy, captures the damsel in distress, and then you got the hero that must go save her and defeat the bad guy. And they use the game Super Mario Bros. As their basic standard, their canon. This is how much they changed since then. Not much, you know. It's a good formula. Why fix it? You know, not broken. Then you got multiplicity. Multiplicity is what if scenarios, as in what if Bowser was the good guy, or what if Princess Peach had to rescue Mario, and this is exactly what these games are. But there's a greater evil in Bowser's inside story here that, you know, Bowser must go and defeat. Um, and then in Super Princess Peach, Nintendo wanted to capture more of the female market, and they had Mario get captured, and Princess Peach is the hero that must save the day. Of course, the feminists had a field day with this because her power-ups were her emotions. You tap on one of the emotions, and she just gets over-emotional. Like, she is pretty angry in this one. Now you have the third principle. You got immersion versus extraction. Nintendo's great at immersion. This is like how connected somebody feels with the franchise. You got the Wii, you got people swinging their arms, you got people acting like they're actually in the game, off the couch. You got the DS, people are touching the game now. They're not pressing any buttons, they're touching the game, they're manipulating things. Got the 3DS, characters are popping off of the screen now. And then you got the Wii U, combines the experience of the Wii and the DS together, puts it all in one. And then you switch it up a little bit. You have the Nintendo Switch. And it gives you the experience from the Game Boys, you know, the GameCube, sitting down playing video games. And then the Joy-Cons actually have motion controls, so you got the Wii, and then you have the tablet here, so you have the DS as well. And you have the portability of the Wii U. Actually, you have more portability. So Nintendo's doing pretty good. Now you have extraction, things that you could take with you. You know, like this kid dressed up as Bowser for Halloween. He looks pretty awesome right there, huh? He looks like a cool kid who's gonna probably get a little older and make a Super Mario documentary. That's me. And then you have, you know, Mario gear. You got your shirts. You got your officially licensed Mario hat. I know I have one. How about you? It's a me. And now they came out with amiibos. These are figurines, but they have computer chips inside them. So you tap one to the controller, and the character appears and helps you in the game. And then they also have phone cases. Like, there's a phone case for iPhone 6 for, looks like a Game Boy. Now we have the fourth principle, world building. Does it have a map? Yes, it does have a map. It's a linear map, linear, simple map like that. Seriality. What makes people come back for more? Are the games independent of each other? Yes, they are. But they have Easter eggs in them, such as, you know, Flood in Super Mario Sunshine says that he was built by GAD Industries. This is EGAD right here in Luigi's mansion, who gives Luigi his vacuum that sucks up ghosts to connect it. Subjectivity, perspective, perspective, perspective. What does Princess Peach do all day when she's captured? Well, here in Paper Mario, you know, you get to experience that. Now you have performance. This is a little bit tricky. This is what attracts people to the franchise. You got attractors and activators. Attractors are cutscenes. It helps tell a story. You got like Bowser showing up, taking Princess Peach and destroying the kingdom. You got allies coming in, allies telling you what to do. And it helps add content and depth to the story. Now you got activators. This is what asks people to do something. This is what says, all right, now it's your turn. And it's usually the end of a cutscene. So let's take an example. So this is a cutscene. This is an attractor right now. That's the wise old being right there, spinning around Mario. That's the activator. Let's play. My connection to the franchise. It's about to get personal. Growing up with Mario, I grew up with him just like you did. First console I ever got was the Nintendo 64. I looked up to Mario. He's brave, he's strong, he's courageous, he's a leader, and anything in his way he overcomes. You know, growing up, I was always fat, I was always obese. I mean, look at me. And, you know, growing up, I had bullies. And if it wasn't for the traits that Mario had, I might not have had the self-confidence to put these bullies in their place and not take anything from anybody. And now, I lost all that weight, 60 pounds. I went to Brookdale Community College. I graduated with a 3.98 GPA in business and graphic design. I attend Georgian Court University in my last semester. I'm graduating summa cum laude with a 3.95 GPA. And I'm a part-time teller at Amboy Bank, and I am really good at my job. And I'm an intern at the Chamber of Commerce serving Old Bridge, Sayreville, and South Amboy. I'm doing really good.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for watching my documentary. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.